Hey everybody, Kyle back at you with the latest edition of Unlocking Your Inner Strength. Not quite sure what episode this is. I think it's 190. Doing this before I get to check the computer. But this, if you take it and use it, will perhaps be the one of the most beneficial podcasts that I do that you listen to. Super important. It's all about your morning routine. Now, a lot of people say they don't have a morning routine. We all have a routine. We all have a bedtime routine. It's just unconscious. What we're doing, is it serving us or is it not? So let me explain why before I tell you what you should be doing in the morning routine, why the morning routine is important. Our brain, right, when we talk about mind mapping and mind mapping principles, is hardwired for the negative. That's a survival mechanism. What's going on, Andrew? It's a survival mechanism. We need to be able to scan the environments, and you think about, right, the tale of the twin sisters. Go back thousands of years. One of them was happy-go-lucky all the time, going from her house out to the fields to play. The other one was very, very weary, always looking around, always nervous, negative. But one day there's a tiger sitting in the field. What's up, Steve? And the tiger gets the one that's always happy-go-lucky. She was not scanning the environment. She wasn't always in that negative. So when I said negative, right, it's a survival thing. We're always scanning for threats. What's coming at me? What can I do about it? How do I get out of this situation? Our brain, so, right, go back to the two sisters. Which one passed on their genes? The one that survived. And you do this thousands of generations. That's the way the human brain is wired. So it's different than positive thinking, right? But you always constantly have to train your brain to refocus. That's super important. Otherwise, it's going to be on autopilot. So most people wake up in the morning and they start their day. They don't do anything to empower themselves. So you got to ask yourself, when you get up in the morning, is it an, oh crap, I got to get up again? Or is it, man, I can't wait to get after it today? So developing a morning routine and writing it down the night before. So that's a commitment, right? So that's something I've been doing, is I write down my morning, even though it's the same thing every morning now, I write it down. That's a commitment to myself. And I had gotten away from a really, really strong morning routine. And then I realized, man, what got me to where I was, I stopped doing the main thing, which was this powerful morning routine throughout the years when I was building Newell strength and just really getting after it. That's right, Patty. You got to live every day with purpose. So you got to anchor that in. So you got to have some kind of anchor in the morning. And I'll go over the night before at the end of this. So we'll kind of go through the whole day, morning to night. So you got to have some kind of anchor. So when I get up in the morning, my anchor right now is my family, my kids. Okay, so the alarm goes off. And it's got to be a consistent wake-up time. That is super, super important. Most people kind of have this variable wake-up time. When I was learning from Charles Poliquin before he passed, he would tell us, after speaking with all these sleep doctors throughout the years, endocrinologists and whatnot, the most important factor in the quality of your sleep was having a consistent wake-up time. And yes, that even means on the weekends. You got to do it, okay? And if you say you can't do it, then a lot of this stuff has to do with choosing between wanting to be mediocre or being exceptional. So that's your choice, right? If you say you can't do something that's going to give you a better chance of success, that's on you. So consistent wake-up time. So I get up, hit my chest 3 times, where I get the 3 kids' footprints tattooed on my chest, and I say their names to myself. That's why I'm doing this, right? That's a big part of my drive every day, to build something for them, to build something, to live life so exceptionally that my grandkids, my great-grandkids, my great-great-grandkids still know the legacy, okay? And that's pretty powerful if we can live where a couple generations, think about how many people that will listen to this or watch this can't even tell you the name of their great-grandparents, right? So that's what we got to think. How do we affect our family legacy for generations? That's power. Okay, so I get up, I go to my windowsill, I got my brain pack there. So that's Gamma Mind, which is a Newell strength supplement. We're going to be coming back out with that soon. It's I think me and my brothers have the only existing bottles right now. So I take Gamma Mind and I take Javastim, a Poliquin supplement. But I know once I take them, my brain, I'm going. I'm geared to go. Go out, brush my teeth, all that stuff. So now it's about 5:05. I get up at 5 a.m. Do my first set of push-ups. So in the morning, you don't have to do this exact thing, but in the morning or anytime really, you want to fire the brain up. That could be a walk. I did my push-ups and trampoline this morning outside. But nothing will change your state as quick as physical movement. So that's one area we want to hit in the morning. Some kind of physical movement. Doesn't have to be a full-on workout. So me personally, throughout my morning routine, right now I'm doing 195 push-ups in the morning. I'll break that up into 5 sets. So I'll do a set of push-ups. I'll write down 3 things I'm grateful for. So that hits the spirit, right? Mind, body, spirit. We're trying to hit all the stuff. Hit the body, hit the spirit. They both tie into the mind. I have 2 book categories I read in the morning. And again, I do this in between sets of my push-ups. One is about kind of like the law of attraction. Different, I just finished one, so now I started another one. And the other one is usually a business book. So I'll read 20 pages in the morning throughout. And it takes me about an hour. So you might not have an hour, but that's a choice. Again, what time are you getting up? And that's driven by what time you go into bed. It's only up to you how important you want to make your life and what level you want to live your life at. But I allocate an hour for this stuff, which gives me a huge advantage. So the journaling piece, right? 3 things you're grateful for. Kind of do a reframe, so that refocuses the brain, because the questions you ask yourself is how your focus is dictated. Remember, the brain's hardwired for the negative. Most of us are not aware that we're constantly just asking ourselves questions that we don't want to hear the answer to. Man, how am I going to get through this? No, ask yourself an empowering question. What's great about this problem? Something that Vince helped me develop last week is a personal question for myself. How are my current struggles making me the greatest version of myself? Just write the question down. Your brain's going to come up with an answer. Again, go back to mind map. There's an open loop theory. So if you have a circle and there's a gap right there, that's the open loop. The brain does not like that. It's going to fill that in. Okay, so the brain will answer any question that you ask of it. So that's very important as well. So continue doing push-ups throughout the morning. If it's a walk day, so when I do my walk up and down the street twice, not a lot, it takes me 5 to 6 minutes. I walk forward and I'm saying my affirmations. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And usually I'll put a second affirmation in. So I go forward. Then I do Chinese backwards walking back, nice and slow. And I'll say another affirmation. I do that twice. So you read, you write down, you do your physical movements. So you did mind, body, spirit, and meditation. That's the last one, meditation. So we're hitting all these aspects of the body, the human person. Meditation. I finished with this morning 10 minutes. So 12 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you can do. I wouldn't do more than 12 right now. So again, we got to make, this is all habits based. Your routine is a big giant habit. Certain things that's going to empower you as you head into the day. And again, you have to ask yourself the question, what level do you want to live life at? If you want to be mediocre and average, then do that. Then you do mediocre and average stuff that average people do. But that's not why we're put here. We're not put here to be average, right? Look around at what most people are doing. Don't do what they're doing because they're living average lives. Do the exact opposite of that, right? And it all goes down to my panda philosophy, the duality of life, the black and white of life, the yin and yang, right? So this is all weaved together with mind map principles and just trying to be the best version of yourself that you can be. So let's talk about the nighttime, then I'll reshare, and then you can make this your own. At night, you have to have a bedtime routine. Okay? Don't just do mindless activity. It's okay to use TV to chill out and whatnot, but how are you going to bed is going to dictate how you wake up. Are you saying, man, I can't believe it. I got to wake up so early. I got to do this again. Talk to yourself. Empowering message. Read. At the end of the night, I write down 3 wins for the day. That's strategic confidence. Again, we're always trying to refocus the brain onto something positive we can take away from the day. So, writing down 3 wins. Usually there's a meditation for me at night again. That's usually more visualization based. And then, I eat before that, whatever, last night. Depends what I'm doing with my fasting, but that's a whole another thing where you can kind of open up gaps in your schedule through the fasting. But you plan out the day, the next day, the night before. get to bed at a good time. I usually read too when I get into bed. And that's it. Then you wake up and you do it again. The people that succeed in life are the people that can withstand the monotony in the stuff that's boring, but it's effective. And they can do it day in and day out. That's the difference between a successful person and one who's not. They get up, they do it again. They get up, they do it again. They get up, they do it again. Right? And you don't see this progress happening right before your eyes. It's just a slow upward track, but that's how you get ahead. So if you put this stuff to use, very powerful. Some type of meditation, some type of quick journaling, some type of physical movement, some type of reading. Do those 4 things in the morning. You'll be golden, even if it's 2 minutes of each. Don't let time be your excuse. We all have the same amount of time every day. That's what I got for you. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up or hit the share button if somebody needs to hear this message. And if you're listening to iTunes in a couple weeks, please subscribe and leave me a 5-star review if you like what I put out there. All right, everybody. Peace.